picked up an interesting night last night.
From your Australian team, a partner.
The police just jumped us.
We're already getting followed.
We got the cut. Eventually we got the cut, which is good.
A partner. My name is Daniel, CEO of Threadlab, and we help businesses and brands reduce manufacturing costs by an average of 32% while ensuring a 99.7% quality consistency using the factory direct model.
Today we're taking a quick moment to get some food, have a chat, pump out a few videos, catch up on work because we haven't been doing much of that the past few days. We're running around trying to do the content and then prepare for the train ride. So today at 3:30 we head to Nanchang, which is where our cut and sew factory is, where a lot of the bulk production happens. So really looking forward to getting that going. Let's keep the ball rolling. Best advice that I've ever been given was probably from my dad. It was a lesson on perspective. Some people are higher than you, some people are lower than you, and often what we do is we just focus on looking up. What we often forget, and what my dad always reminds me of, is just don't forget to look down, because there's always a guy or a girl underneath you that's looking up, wishing they were in your shoes.
Manufacturing takes time to build.
Yeah. So, if this is a long-term thing, then eventually those countries are going to build strength. But as it stands right now, we're not too concerned, because ultimately it's going to have to get passed on down the line.
That's the reason I want to chat to you, is I need to get as much stock into the States as possible at cost price.
So there's two facilities that he's leaning on for volume. Australia for his internal, and China with ours is now gone to shit overnight. So, it's interesting to see that mentality. It's not a panic. It's not a fucking let's lose our minds. It's let's just reconsolidate, build the plan, and just action it. Get it fucking done. And that's it. Building out this personal brand is not something that I'm naturally comfortable with, but the idea of maybe, some lessons that could be taken along the way of my journey, and if that could help even one person along the way, it would make me happy, because I look back to my younger self and there was just so many questions I had. As things become more and more complicated in this world, I think it's important that we can share advice and try to help one another. It's a really cool experience to be traveling throughout China, meeting new people, forging new relationships, and just driving value. So I guess this is the start of that journey and me documenting that. I think that value for my content could be provided to people that are currently in the process of building a brand at any scale, startup or somebody that's already established. There's unique lessons that can be taken on each end of the spectrum. So I'm the bridge between that east and the west. Daniel's role and responsibilities focus more on the inland responsibilities of the manufacturing, quality control, setting up the systems and managing the staff in China. Obviously, not being a native Mandarin speaker, it's difficult for me to do that. So having that contrast where customer-facing vision, product is all led by my side, and then having Daniel locking down the fort in China is a really important dynamic to get business done over here. So again, that just emphasizes the importance of having the right partner, because without that component, nothing happens. And without my component, nothing happens on the other side either. I mean, have a look behind us. It's fucking nuts. It's like an alien city. I'd never seen anything like it. You dive a bit deeper and then you understand the efficiencies and what allows a society to build at such a rapid scale and become the most advanced supply chain in the world. They're putting up 40-story high-rises in 72 hours. It's just think about the systems and the planning that needs to happen in order to execute something like that. Another preconception that I think is unfair on the Chinese people is this idea that it's China against the world, or the world against China. And it's just not the case, From the moment I came to China for the first time, I was welcomed with open arms. Everyone's happy to hear you out, give you a chance. And it's important as a society, when you're trying to bridge that gap in a world where there's just so much political influence on each side, to just remember that we're all human, and those preconceived ideas that we may have on each other aren't always the case. So on a standstill, this whole car will jump all four wheels off the ground. I don't know why you need that. This is fucking sick. And I mean, price point is about 180,000 US for something of this nature that'll do, how crazy is that? 309 kilometers top speed with about 1,300 horsepower. Oh, God. That's fucking nuts. That's why the West is so concerned about these Chinese electric vehicles, because they they look as good, they perform better, and they're less than half the price. I mean, it's fucking nuts.
Feel like an afternoon tea?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, let's go.
In 2020, there was a really horrible situation in Australia. We had some bushfires, a lot of devastation. So we donated $350,000 to a charity with a brand of ours. And I think there's a cool story behind it. The craziest thing about this brand is that we had no Instagram page for it, one product store with a design that I made in 12 minutes on Canva, and something that we launched within like an hour of the idea. And I think there's a really important lesson to be taken from that launch. And I think something that I could pass on to others that are thinking about starting their brand. It was all footy, so it was all very comfort, and we aligned it with mental health. Well, the way we got reach through with the brand was through a creator, Mitch Orville. From the first drop, it was a 7-figure business. We had done really, really well with it. We were able to sell over $600,000 worth of garments in 72 hours with this approach, and in turn do something beautiful. We donated $350,000 between the Gippsland Emergency Fire Relief Fund, the CFA Wires, which is your wildlife foundation, and it was just a really cool experience, and also a testament to how you can tie influence with purpose to create something great, even if you don't have a flash website or a huge Instagram or your own community. We did that to give back, but what we got in turn was an email list of over 20,000 people which aligned with our brand.
2A2B.
The one place you don't want to be sick is in Nanchang. Last time I was there, I got sick overnight. Our factory manager over there had some Chinese medicine. I'm looking at this, it was a little vial, and he just said, put a straw in and suck it. So I did. No bullshit, within like 30 minutes, whatever the hell was in this thing, I felt better than you. I don't know what the fuck it was. We can ask you when we get there.
Tired, man. 4 hours of travel.
Right, so this is a cool example of convenience in China. So your phone's died, scan the QR code, log in, and literally a couple of clicks later, power bank pops out. There's like 1,000 of these everywhere in China. You just slot it back in, off you go. It's like 10 cents an hour.